When you're a loser, you've got all sorts of freedom. Because no one expects anything of you, you don't have to expect anything of yourself. Which means you can just go about your loser business with no expectations other than just being a loser. You know what to expect, which is knob all, and you'll know you'll get it. And you're free to fantasize about whatever you want and know that it's all you'll ever get, which is good because fantasies don't disappoint the way real life does. It's great. But there are losers and losers. There are those people for whom nothing is right. Those whose health suffers constantly, for example. People who end up financially effed up, homeless and with no support system. People who have been abused since they were children. People who, basically through no fault of their own, have had nothing but shit rain down on them. These people are losers only by dint of chance, despite their efforts and personalities. If we can imagine a fairer, egalitarian society, they wouldn't be losers at all. They'd be helped when down. Unfairly, such societies exist only in the imagination. In insanely competitive societies like ours, we all end up being losers at some stage. Failing to get jobs when we apply for example. Everyone knows how that feels. Everyone who's worth a pinch of shit. Failing to find somewhere cheap to live, which is impossible once again for nearly everyone. Failing to secure romantic relationships that last the distance. I've lost count of the number of people I know and have known who have had divorces or ended long-term relationships. And of course, failing in their aspirations to achieve whatever it is they want to achieve. In short, everyone loses sometimes. Even the most wealthy and powerful don't get everything their way, but when that happens it's comedy, not tragedy, so fuck them. Now, of the people whose life aspirations have failed them, I think we can count two types. One, those who give up aspiring, lower their expectations and just get on with the business of being alive. They find solace in other things, sometimes smaller than their previous ambitions, but solace anyway. Good on them. Two, those who, despite not achieving what it is that they want, continue to work towards what it is that they want. And of the latter, I think we can again count two types. There are those who manage to retain a kind of dignity in their attempts. They keep trying, keep losing, but keep trying anyway without otherwise making dicks of themselves. Such people, I would suggest, retain their dignity. It may be that they know that they will never get what they want, but they feel that the effort is enough for them to sustain some kind of personal integrity. Once again, good on them. Then there are those who fail what they're trying to do, but rather than keep trying, pretend that they didn't fail. This may seem remarkable, but it's true, and the internet is crawling with them. People who think they have won the debate even though there was no debate to speak of. People who claim they have owned someone else even though that doesn't even mean anything. In short, people putting themselves across as winners when it's so painfully obvious they're the opposite, you have to wonder about their mental health. These are the losers of the losers. Being a loser doesn't mean you don't have dignity, self-respect, integrity and the like. Those things, vital as they are, can be retained, but not when you abandon them for posing. And the difference between the two is self-awareness. If you are able to, as honestly and fully as anyone ever can, know yourself, you can know what you are enough to work with it. But if you're someone who doesn't even know what that means, you have no idea what it is I'm talking about and will go on to believe, even if only ostensibly, that you are some kind of winner. The self-aware and awareness of ourselves is limited, but it is there, have a good enough measure of their capabilities and probabilities. The unself-aware have none and so don't give a shit how they appear to others. It's only their own immediate gratification in the immediate confrontation that concerns them. Most of us need the engagement of others. Not everyone, but enough of us. But for some, that engagement has to be honest, which means we must be prepared to be seen and understood. For others, the engagement is simply to be recognised in some personally made-up way, in which case any kind of recognition is valid, even if the other person is rightly pointing out to you what a complete body organ you are. It's that vapid being known that's the important thing. And we see examples of this right across the board, from the idiot who gives us an annoying comment online to world leaders. Which is the worst thing about it? The worst way of being a loser's loser, is now considered the best way of being a winner. The worst shitheads are now the biggest influencers. In a world like that, everyone's a loser, no matter how good they are at anything.